Hello everyone, it's Annette Green here with Elizabeth Craft Designs, and it's a very exciting time because it's time for my next release. My release for 2025, the overall release is called Sunny Days, and I think we're all just about ready for that, right? And if this release does not cheer you up and make you feel very um, just uplifted and happy, I don't know what will. So I'm excited to share everything with you. I'm going to show you everything, and then I've got tons of samples, and at the very end, I'll do a little demo. So let's get started. Okay, so to begin with, we have a new paper collection. It's called Colorful Collective. And as you can see, it is colorful, happy, and cheerful. It's going to be perfect for spring, summertime photos, I mean, throughout the whole year. So we're going to go through that first, and then I'll show you very quickly the dies and the stamps after that. Okay, so I'll put those aside and we'll talk about paper first. So Colorful Collective, of course, you've got your sampler sheet on the front, which is always fun to cut apart those hexagons. And then right away we have this wonderful checkered pattern. Now this is the picnic blanket to me, you know, it's going to be great for a lot of things that you're going to see coming up. So that's a red and ivory check. And the next one is this big, beautiful page. It's a very nice, bright lime green. We've got our little parrot down here and some tropical flowers and some leaves. It's going to be great for all kinds of bright summer photos or cards, you name it. And so the back side of this, if you can see this little detail, it's sort of a basket weave, but it's in a nice light blue. Beautiful for backgrounds, of course. Okay, and then this one, super fun, sort of a reddish orange, has a little bit of yellow grunge going on in there. It's got a little polka dot in the background. And on the back side of that, we've got a fun kind of sky blue polka dot, larger polka dot with some grungy background. You'll see in the samples how beautiful that can be worked in. Then we have sort of a wood page here, but yellow, just to be different, you know, nice and sunny and grungy and scuffed up, kind of wood grain, just to be a little different. And then the other side of this is a beautiful bright green, sort of a leafy random pattern. Always nice to get some texture in those pages, right? Not just have a solid color. So that's a very fun one as well. This one is a favorite of mine. It's got some paint streaks through it. It's got a beautiful blue and green, kind of a teal pattern going in there. A little bit of a diamond pattern that you may recognize from a previous release. We just kind of mix that in with different colors. And then this is a teeny tiny little, almost like an asterisk symbol, and it's in a nice coral color on a cream background. Coordinates beautifully, of course, with the rest of the collection. Then we have, of course, we got to have our stripes, right? This time they're a little tighter, a little more grungy, not so perfect, in blues and greens, little grungy scratches in there. And on the back side of this, again, a big, beautiful, bright green, like big bubbles. Really fun. Okay, this is a personal favorite of mine. In fact, tucked it away. Maybe I can grab it later, but I've got a little book that I made, my little watercolor book that I love, this for the cover of. But this is, again, sort of a coral, but a little on the redder side. And this is more of a yellow tone with the pattern. And it's just a big, beautiful repeating pattern. And there is, probably you can't tell in this view, but there is some scratchy, grungy background in that yellow as well. So things are never flat and boring. They're definitely texturized in all these pages. So on the back side of this one, we have a wonderful plaid, just a nice buttery yellow. And then we always could use a good map, right? This will be great for little travel albums, TNs, planner pages, all kinds of things, masculine cards. So that's a nice blue shade. And on the back, I love to have a good scratchy page. Looks a little canvasy like, but a wonderful one that you'll see I've used so much, and so has my team, for those neutral things like stamping a sentiment rather than just grabbing a solid piece of like white cardstock. This is something that I love to use as an alternative to that. So it's got a little bit of a yellow tone to it, mostly ivory and that little bit of grunge. Okay, and then we have this beautiful page that is like a coral kind of orange this time. It's got a beautiful floral pattern in the background, sort of ivory. And then we have our little cluster of tropical things down here and a postage stamp. Really pretty. And then on the back side of that, it almost looks plain, but it's a very faint blue, and it has sort of, I want to say like a stucco texture to it. And it's a really nice sky blue color. I don't know if that picks up on the camera here, but it's, again, a very nice subdued paper that you can use for so many things like stamping sentiments and backgrounds and such. Okay, a really sunny yellow, kind of buttery pattern here. We have that repeating little flower going on. It's almost like a little sun, actually. And then on the back side of that one, we have sort of a grungy green going on here, a little texture, some little lines in it. It's not as bright as the that lime green that we saw earlier. There is a lot of nice greens in here, as you can tell. This one is kind of a splatter green, very bright as well. And on the back side, looking very, very closely, this has a really cool little pattern in it, but it's mostly a nice soft blue. And then, you know me, I've got to have a cut apart page. I love to put these on the inside of cards. I love to use them for journaling in my planner, on the top of cards, doing collage work. You'll see in the samples how this has been put to use quite a bit. It's really nice. And on the back, another favorite, kind of a grungy yellow and orange. Just love the texture to that one, but kind of a solid. And then always have to have a border page in my collections. I love to use the borders. Nothing like the borders for a really quick embellishment strip on something, but also they're wide enough in some cases where you can die cut alphabets, letters, little small die cuts out of, which I do often. So you got to have a nice, good border page, right? And on the back side of that, we have a very grungy yellow. It's got sort of a kind of a canvas texture to it, and it's a little bit deeper, brighter yellow than the other pages. So that is pretty much it for the Colorful Collective paper. I hope you like that. And now let's take a look at those dies and stamps. Okay, what I think that we'll do here is I'll show you just one sample for each die or stamp set, and then I'll pull out all the samples at the end. So this one is number 2232, Cheers to You. And it is just what you think it is. It's a wonderful, fun set that has all these little cocktail glasses. They could be lemonade. They don't have to be a cocktail. They could be anything you want. It's going to be perfect for, you know, birthday cards or invitations to parties, things like that. But you do have all these wonderful pieces that you can layer up. You got the little ice cubes, a little umbrella, even the little mint leaves if you wanted to make a little mint julep, which is kind of what we have going on here. And then we have the word cheers, of course, and it has a little panel that it pops out of, so you can work with that in many different ways. You got your little orange or lemon or lime segments, very small, to put on your glass. You've got a straw, all kinds of fun stuff to play with there. And here's a sample that I made with it, and you can see the shine in there. That's a little acetate over the top just to make it look like real glass. But I had a lot of fun with this one. This is a stamp that you'll see coming up, but there's that border, there's that good old kind of patch, checkered tablecloth, I want to say, and it kind of grunged up and snipped the edges of this paper in the background, but this is all from that new paper collection, and there's your cheers on the inside. Okay, next up is 2233, Fresh Fruit. And there it is. You've got two size oranges, two different size lemons, which could also be limes. you have an orange, which you could make into an apple. And then we have some leaves and little flowers, little buds here, and a strawberry. Lots and lots of pieces and wonderful things to play with here. There's the centers of the flowers as well as the little buds to the leaf stem up here. A couple of different styles of leaves. And then your different layers for your citrus. So that's going to be a really fun one. The samples, I can't wait to show you. But this one here is from Jacqueline, and it's a planner page, as you can tell, and she had a good time using one of the stamps, which you'll see in a minute. And she made lemons and limes here. She used the flowers and the leaves, and there's the drink cup and the cut apart from the paper. And she's done such a cool thing back here in the background. Jacqueline is very good at the whole mixed media thing, but I just think that is a beautiful sample of this particular die and these stamps. So thank you to Jacqueline for that one. Okay, and next up is 2234, Picnic Basket and Bunny. So we have got a cute little basket you can layer up. All the little parts can actually move. Got the little tablecloth sticking out of there. You've got bread and grapes and an apple and a bottle. But then you've got your little bunny, which could be an Easter bunny or just a bunny. A couple of eggs, little carrot, and of course some flowers for spring. So lots and lots of parts and pieces to play with here. The bunny is a 2-piece layered situation, or you can just cut it out of this, of course. But there you see all the fun stuff that we can play with on this one. And so a sample that I made for that is a nice little Easter card. And Happy Easter is in the stamps that we're about to see. But you can see how the layered bunny kind of works. He's holding his little carrot. Got some flowers and some leaves and the eggs. I used all the papers, of course, from the Colorful Collective, but I cut teeny tiny little strips of paper to stick onto those eggs before I die cut them all out. So that was just kind of a fun little thing to do. And there's our inside with our cut aparts and little flowers and Colorful Collective paper. Okay, up next is 2235, the layered hummingbird. And you know me, I like my birds. We've had a couple of different sets now, and we just had to have a hummingbird. So you see that you've got all these wonderful pieces to put him together, lots of different options, and then you have some flowers and some leaves. And so you can see all the different parts here to layer up. You can use some of the layers, all of the layers, or just use the silhouette. So I have a sample here from Vicki. Vicki's new to my team this year. Vicki is here in the US, and she made this beautiful birthday card with these lovely colors of teal, all for the bird, a little bit of black, but this bright, bright green background. And then, of course, she used the flowers, and you're about to see this stamp back here in the background. Really, really pretty. So thank you, Vicki, for that. That's amazing. All right, and next up is 2236, Picture Frames and Mats. And I've been wanting to do this for quite a while because not only am I a card maker and a mini album maker, but I'm a planner girl. So I love to have different frame options for my planner. And I was so big into the postage stamp frames from my very first release. I've been using them forever for that. And I just felt like it was time to have something like this. So you can see there's many different layering options here. There's these little labels for the picture frames. There's little pieces of tape to look like an old vintage photo. You got your photo corners. So lots and lots of pieces and parts to mix and match in this one. And you'll see when I show you all the actual finished samples how that works on a project. But I just wanted to show you all the things I've been playing with in the last couple of days just to give you an idea. So I had done a video on how to create rust effects, and I had all this extra rusty stuff that I made. So I decided to put it to use. And so there's one of those little picture frames. And if you noticed in the die set here, there are little picture hangers, and they're two different ones. One's a little wider, one's a little taller. So I have added those on there, and this would be great in a planner page. And then you have your smaller photos. You've got your ones with your tape corners, and I used that you know, that rusty grungy page to make those. You could turn those either way, of course. Some of these look like they could be a little chalkboard. Wouldn't that be fun to mark something in white on there, white pencil? You got a couple more here, different directions, different edges. I know I'm going to be using these a lot when I do my planners and a lot of my card making. So this, of course, would go this way. I had that upside down. And then there's one this way. I've just kind of mixed and matched with craft, ivory, and black, and then just use some of those rusty pieces of paper that I had done the live for the tapes in the corners. Okay. All right, next up is the 2237 Tag Variety Pack. Just like with the photo frames and mats, I've been wanting to have a tag set that we could use on card making, planners, you know, mini albums, all kinds of things. So you can see all these pieces. You have some that layer. You have the base, and then you have different options to layer. You could layer 2 things on one. You know, there's a lot that you can play with on this one as well. And of course, we have our little fold over kind of tab there. 3 different sizes of those tags, and you've got hole reinforcements of 2 different sizes, so you could layer 2 together or just use one or the other. Lots to play with there. And so what I did again is I just played around. I'm going to show you samples where these are attached to actual projects, but just to kind of give you an idea of the simple but effective and wonderful tags that you can make just by using craft, ivory, and black. I had a great time just making these, and I'm going to put these in my little bin, and they're ready to go for projects. Now you're going to see some stamping from the stamp set that I'm about to show you in just a short while, but lots and lots of fun. This one is nested, so there's 3 tags for that one, and I just love the red kind of fold over tab for that. Looks like a vintage tag. Okay, next up is our stamp and die combination. So this one is CSD 402. So there's your stamp set. We got some requests for bugs and critters, so there it is. We've got some beetles of 3 different, there's ladybugs, so 2 different beetles. Our ladybug, we got a fun dragonfly, and of course a moth, and this cute little frog and a leaf. And then we have a row of ants, but then we have a single ant over here because, you know, sometimes you just want one and you want to stamp it around, but then now you do have a border of one. And so the die that goes with it, of course, everything fits beautifully. We'll cut out each and every single one of those dies or stamps perfectly. This one is going to be a lot of fun to play with, I have a feeling. So just quickly, I was going to show you how we have the solid, of course, to, you know, if you just want to cut out that as a shape. So there's the frog, and you can do just the solid, or you can do the stamp, of course, and the solid. So this was also some of that faux rust effects paper that I made in the live, and so I stamped my frog and die cut him out of that. So I did a couple of those just for fun. I thought that looked like a frog, a red brownish frog. I've got lots of samples to show you of that. And the dragonfly was a favorite of the team, and of course me too. I was having a lot of fun just coloring it different ways, using different products, embossing it with the stamping, sometimes coloring with watercolor, alcohol markers, just regular water-based markers. Lots of fun. And then I made this card sample. Again, you're going to see this stamp in just a minute, but I think this is really great. Another birthday. Don't let it bug you. Wouldn't that be a cute card to give somebody for their birthday? So there's a big stamp in the background you're about to see, but here is the fun that I had with those bugs on the front of a card. I just think that is super fun. And then we got our little ant down here. Okay, and just in case I didn't say the actual name, CSD 402, Beetles and Bugs Stamp and Die Set. That's what that was. Okay. So that was 1 stamp set, 2 and 3. So here are all those fun sentiments. This is CS 403 Playful Sentiments, because they are quite playful this time. So there is what we just saw, another birthday, don't let it bug you. And you'll see on a lot of the samples, a lot of these other things. But we go together like Fridays and happy hour. Orange, you glad we're friends? Take time to enjoy the small stuff. Happy Easter. Sending a little sunshine your way. Liquid therapy. What a fine specimen you are. Best day ever. Treasure this moment. It's been a week. And I think I said, oh, here's one more funny one. To me, drink responsibly means don't spill it. So we have a couple little dividers, like decorative things that you can stamp inside of, or just use however you like. And then over here as well. So you'll see in the samples a lot with that one. This one is CS404, the large nature stamp. So you did see that in the background a couple of times probably, and this as well. These are really large, beautiful stamps, and so much fun to color in and do different treatments too. So you'll see that in the samples as well. But let me grab something here on this one. I did a little play test. Okay, and when I was testing them out, I just want to show you how beautifully they stamp. There's a lot of detail, especially in this one. And this is just black ink on white paper. But how much fun it is to just try different things. So here is one. I did a lot of tags just to test it out and try different things. So this is a beautiful tag that's been black embossed, and then I used alcohol markers to color it in. Had a great time with that. But then I thought, wouldn't it be pretty to then do that again, but just take those flowers and fussy cut them, and you could pop them back on there, sort of like a dimensional tag. That's kind of that 2D effect, or 3D. I don't know. But I'm going to save those and maybe put them on a different project, but I just thought that was really pretty. This one is oxides over the top of clear embossing, just to really show you a whole different way that you could do a really pretty background. This one is white emboss, then oxides, then distress spritzes. So it has a very shimmery look to this one. If you like that, this is very kind of Eastery and springy. And then this one has been done with regular distress, layering colors, but first embossing with blue. I just have some blue embossing powder. So a whole different effect there as well. And then this one is platinum embossing powder from Ranger, and then spritzing just with some yellow distress spritz. So that does have a little bit of a shimmer to it, and this is on just an ivory tag. Wouldn't this be a beautiful like tag to put either on a wedding card or on a wedding gift? You know, add a little something to it. And gosh, that hummingbird would be pretty on here too for a wedding. Okay, and then this one I played with as well. That's this stamp here. And this is just simply playing around with watercolor and just switching up the colors, like not all green leaves, not all one-colored leaves, just kind of messing around with my ECD watercolors. And now I have this beautiful background. You could fussy cut this out if you want. This one is more of keeping the leaves solid, but also they're watercolored. And then I added from the stamp set and the die, I added that little tag on there. So a tag on a tag. This one has watercolor. I left the leaves white, but they're stamped with a green kind of outline. And then this one has like a coffee stain feel about it. It's white embossed and then just kind of grungy browns all around it. So lots and lots of options with that stamp set. Okay, now I want to show you all the samples, and we have to have a little bit of time at the end for a demo. This is my Sidekick planner, and I did a Sidekick page in here. And this one features quite a few elements. So, of course, you've got your fruit, you've got your little cocktail glass, the beautiful paper, the picture frame with the mat back there, and, of course, the cut-aparts and all the good papers in the collection. So that is my Sidekick. Now, while we're talking about fruit, actually, while we're talking about cocktails, let's go through some of these samples. So there we go. This is from Annette, And she has used the fruit and the cocktails, and she stamped, "Orange you glad we're friends." And this is a really kind of clever card because it kind of locks in. And look at, she did the fruit on the inside as well. Really beautiful. Love it. This one is from Marha. Love it how we switch up the color just a little bit, and now instead of oranges we have limes, and we have mojitos and different kinds of drinks here. Just beautiful. Inside nothing, but this is really nice. Love that. Okay, this one is from Teresa in Portugal. Again, a beautiful cocktail. She used the pattern paper to fill this cocktail, which I think is very clever and beautiful. And of course, the stamp and the tag there. The layered tags, love them. They use them on all kinds of stuff. Cheers. This is from Vicky here in the US, and she has used the outline of the cheers, the little label thing that goes behind it. She did it in vellum, and she's got all kinds of cool things kind of torn and layered in the background, and then she's got her little olives on the stems here for the drinks. Looks like little martinis, right? We go together like Fridays and happy hour. There it is. This is also from Vicky. Really cute and a great use of the paper, and her glass is cut from vellum, which is very clever. Love that. This one is from Dee. Also in the US, beautifully done. I see some embossing back there with some older stamps. Really pretty. But she's created a little shaker out of the drink. Isn't that cute? So she's got it layered up thick, and she put some little bits in there of sequins and charms and stuff. And then she did the little grapes, and of course, cheers. Really, really pretty. Love it. This is also from Dee. She gave me her recipe for a mojito, which I love. I think that's great. And she did the same thing I did here. She looks like she's used acetate, and very cleverly used the acetate. I don't know if you can see it, but to cut out the ice cubes in the drink. Really cute. I love the way that turned out. And so she's written out the recipe. She's used the paper and the frames and the little photo corners and the flowers, of course. And it's just super cute. Really cute card. And this one is from Jacqueline, a big, beautiful card. I want to say this is like a 5x7. She's got some stuff on the inside too. She's got cheers on a little tag over here. Really utilized the paper and the dies and stamps to the fullest on this one. She's got really pretty drinks on the inside, but here she's created somewhat of a shaker situation, but the pieces aren't shaking. So I asked her what she did. She said she filled the glasses with shakeable snow and flower pearls, and then she put foam between the layers. So it just has a really nice dimensional look to it. This would be a great anniversary card or wedding card. And then finally, we have this very clever one from Diane in Canada. She took the cocktail glasses and made them into planters, like pots for the flowers. And then she used the picture frames and the little hangers. Isn't that cute? I love that. Okay, so many samples, so little time. This is an easel card. These are sort of the samples of all the fruit ones. So I have used the basket from the Bunnies in the Basket set, but I made it a little bit different and shorter so it looks like a strawberry basket. And then we have our shiny strawberries in there. And of course the stamping and the cut apart from the paper, the layered tags, the leaves from the fruit set, and then of course the paper from the Colorful Collective makes it really nice. This one is from, I want to say this is from Anita. I hope I have that right. It kind of looks like Anita because of the beautiful coloring here, but she has layered things up. She's included those sweet little ants. It's just super duper cute, right? That'd be a fun card. This one looks like it's from Marha. Yeah, beautiful, isn't it? Look at the way she colored these leaves. And those lemons look so real. I'm telling you, I just can't get over her coloring job. Just beautiful. And this background that she made, very mixed media-ish, all kind of splatters. It's beautiful. And then layering up this tag, wishing you the very best. Love that. And then here's another lemon one. This is from Jacqueline, and this is a planner page. I feel guilty keeping people's planner pages. I know they probably want them back. We'll see what we can do there. But she's got the bugs and she's got the lemons, and she's done a lot of black outlining, which I think is a really cool effect to give this an even nicer look, you know, just a little different. And so she's done beautiful mixed media wash in the back there with paints. Really super nice. And then this one is from Jacqueline as well. Really showcase the paper, of course, but then there's your little oranges from the drink one, but here's the one from the fruit set. So everything really does tie together very nicely. And of course, she continues on the inside with a very fun decoration in there. Love that. This one, I believe, is from Teresa. Yeah, this is really nice. She's used that wood grain paper in the background, and she did it on the back as well. I love that. And the inside is blank, but look at how she's kind of mirrored the things here, top and bottom, in a nice, tall, slimline card. I love that. And then Orange You Glad, We're Friends. And she's got the flowers and stuff. Really pretty. This one is from Teresa as well. Got the lemons, got the drink. Take time to enjoy the small stuff on that one. Sweet. This one is from Jackie Jasper. Hey, we have Jackie Jasper samples in the house, you guys. Usually I have to show you pictures of hers, but we have them. They are here. So this one is that nice, clean, and simple look that Jackie is known for. Love it that she did a lime, a lemon, and an orange, and then those splatters. Perfect. Again, this is from Vicky. Really using those oranges. I love it. And she's used the paper in the collection, which I'm a fan of. That was my plan with some of this stuff. Definitely using the textured paper. Okay, another big card. This is from Diane. How beautifully done is this, right? Look at her flowers. They look so real. And the way she's colored those leaves. Amazing. And even in the orange, she's taken a white pen, it looks like, and done a little bit of that, you know, the inside of an orange, that yummy part. And she's got little speckles on her orange here. Really pretty, very fun. This one is from Rihanna, the first sample today from Rihanna, but I have a lot to show you. She did the cocktails and the fruit. Orange You Glad We're Friends. And she used that lemon border. Really fun. And she's embossed the paper back here with embossing folder and the pattern paper, which is really a cool effect. This one is from Anita. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? There's a little bit of sparkle in those oranges. Can you see? And she does a beautiful job with those flowers, the leaves, all the coloring. She even colored and put some shine into sunshine. She layered up those. This is from the photo frame one. She layered those up beautifully. Love it. This one's got to be another Anita. Yeah, look at that big card. So she's got the tags there. She's got the photo corners on some of the tags, and she's made kind of dimensional lemons. They're kind of shaped a little bit. And she shaped the leaves, and she's got Sweet Life in there on the layered tag. Really fun. Okay, hummingbird time. I made a little quickie album here. Put some beads on here. Here is the hummingbird with all kinds of pretty bright colors, the leaves, the stamping. Of course, the paper is used a lot for even the flowers. And then I created a vellum pocket with some stamping on it. It's embossed in a very soft color, like an embossing glaze, and then a couple of those layered tags using the paper. Same in the background. This could be a fun little book to take notes in, but we've got little tags there as well. So there's that one, and then this one is from Vicky. Beautiful, different choice of color, but she's got some really cool, like, shiny cardstock here. It has a little bit of a sparkle in it too. And then she's stamped Thinking of You with that leafy background. Love that. This one is a Jackie Jasper. I can tell by looking at it. Clean and simple and beautiful. She's got the circle cut out there, and let's see, does it open? Yeah, so it's an open circle to the inside, and you could put pretty pattern paper in there if you want, but the white on white is really pretty. Love that. This one is from Marha. Gorgeous slimline card. Love it. I love how she's just taken that same stem and repeated it so it looks like a climbing vine all the way up the card. Such a clever idea, and I love the colors that she chose for her hummingbird. This one is, I think, from Anita. I hope I'm right about that. In the garden of existence be the hummingbird of hope, and that is perfect for this card. She's done a little circular bit with the flowers and the leaves. I think that's really pretty. And then finally, this one is from Dee. I asked her, what did you do to make that cool effect on your hummingbird? Because it's kind of sparkly. And she said she sprayed with various distress sprays, mica spray, onto inexpensive watercolor paper, and after dry, she die cut the pieces. So I love that. She's made a little book using David's dye. Look at this mirror. You can see the ceiling. But yeah, she's got all these different pages with the photos, the photo mats and frames hanging on it looks like it's hanging on a wall because of that wood, right? Like a wood paneling wall. She's got the frog on the page here. Cute. She's done a big, beautiful coloring job of that stamp. She's got the lemons over there. She's got the oranges here, the basket of fruit, all the bugs. Really, really fun. I love that. Okay, to showcase the bunny and the basket set, this is a big giant paper clip. I would use this in a journal. This is from Diane in Canada. Look at how beautiful. She put everything on a big paper clip. She's got the bunny and the flowers and all these beads. Gorgeous. This one is from Vicky. I don't know. Oh, because of the basket. I was going to say, I don't know why it's in this pile because it's fruit, but it is for the basket. And she didn't use it as a picnic basket with the handles so much. It's just a basket for her fruit. And I love the color choices with her flowers with this. Really nice. This one is from Anita. So good with the coloring and the dimension. Look at the dimension in the basket. She's actually popped things up, curved things. She did all those little fruit, little grapes, and put a little shine spot on all of them. She got the loaves of bread sticking out there. She got a tag in there. Really super cute. And on the inside, a sweet little happy Easter surprise with her bunny. This one is so fun. Bright and cheerful. This is from Vicky. Check it out. She's got a little fuzzy tail on this bunny over here. And then she's got all these bold, bright colors to make a happy Easter card. This is a little softer version of the same thing. And this is also by Vicky. So you can see how it just depends on your taste. Really sweet. This one is just a beautiful little cluster from Jacqueline. So she's used yellow and black and gold on all these little bits, and she's got them all connected with pretty ribbon. There's just the silhouette of the bunny, which I think is really pretty. And I mean, the carrots are in gold, so why not, right? Cute little tag set there. This one, I believe, is also from Jacqueline because look at all the gold and the black and the speckly background. And then she's attached these tags. Oh, that's so cute. She's got the little carrot on there too. I don't think to hang things off my cards like that. I think that's a great idea. This is a little sidekick page from Dee. She's got the little ant down there. She's made a little torn edge for the grass down here. There's our little checkered background, of course, and a beautiful job on the basket full of fruit and flowers. She put some brads here for the handles of the basket, so they actually move. Cute. This one is from Diane. Look at how pretty. Big, cheerful, very dimensional. She's done a beautiful job with the flowers. She's really gone in there and done something different with those to make them look all fringy. Really pretty. And then finally, I wanted to show you that it is possible, and I will do a Facebook Live to make a dimensional, like a three-dimensional little basket from the basket die. You just have to add one piece of paper, fold it and score it a certain way, and then cut a little bit longer handles. But these work, so wouldn't that be super cute as a table setting for Easter with a little Easter grass and some maybe chocolate eggs in there? Wouldn't that be cute? Or invitation to a picnic? So I had some fun kind of playing around, stamping and coloring the bits and parts and pieces for the picnic. So the apple and the bread and the wine or water bottle, whatever you want it to be, and the grapes. So that's a fun one too. Okay, just a few more to go, and then we can do our little demo. What a fine specimen you are. And then this is by me. I put found those funny little wobble things in the craft store. So I think this would be a really fun card for a little kid or a man or a boy or whoever you think would appreciate it. But there are the photo frames and mats. This goes with it as well. And the stamping, of course, just kind of completes it. So there's our little frog. And we have a cute little tag, just a layered, fun little tag with that leaf. And that is from Vicky. Super cute. And then this is from Vicky as well. She's used the dragonfly and the paper to make a sweet little tag. This is also from Vicky. Vicky sent me a lot of beautiful samples. The team did an amazing job, of course, but she did use the bees from an earlier set that kind of look like flies, you know, that go with the frogs. I think that's really cute. And then we have from Jackie, Orange Glad We're Friends, and then look, one orange ant. So clever, so funny. Love it. This one is from Jackie as well. She did a little bit of splatter, it looks like, with color before she die cut these out. I love that. And she's got this embossed white on black. Cool. This one is from Diane. Man, she is really good with the coloring, isn't she? Look at how beautiful those leaves are. And the dragonfly is very shimmery. So I don't know what she's used there, but it's just beautiful. And of course, use the stamps and the layered labels or tags beautifully here. Big, beautiful card. Does she do anything on the inside? No. Okay. Best day ever. This is from Vicky. She went back to the large doily, incorporated that in there, but then used the bugs. I think that's fun. This one is also from Vicky. She's been having a good time. Look at that. Bugs embossed. That's from my ferns from before. This is also, I don't know. This could be Anita. Little happy Easter tag. This is from Marha. She's got, looks like a clear layer of maybe emboss over the top. Gives it such a beautiful little sheen. And then, of course, she's used the picture frame with the little hang tag and then the photo corners and some more flowers. Pretty. Ooh, look at this one. I want to say this is, yeah, I wrote Anita on the bottom. I hope I'm right about that. This, to me, would be a treasured bookmark. I just love it. You could pop it on a card, but look at the coloring of these. I just think it's amazing. So well done. Love that. And then we have, this is a card front, also from Anita. She's got her frog there. She's used the tags, layered tags. Really nice. And then this is so much fun. It's a big, giant, like a shaker frame. This is from Teresa. Isn't that cool? And she's got all kinds of cool stuff in there. I know the light and the glare is strong, but this is really fun. Love that. Okay, so this was originally from Anita. I added a little bit to it just because there was nothing in the middle here, and I feel like since she used liquid therapy, that would be a great opportunity to put a couple of drinks on there with some lemons or, you know, slices on the edge. And I just used double-sided adhesive on the back of vellum to stick over the tops. And this is just the paper otherwise underneath here from the Colorful Collective. So that's by Anita. And I believe this is also from Anita. She's got beautiful purples and greens on this one with the dragonfly. This is really kind of a pile showcasing those big background stamps. This one is from Dee. She's stamped with VersaFine clear embossed powder onto watercolor paper and then use metallic watercolors to paint in the images. And you can see it's very shimmery, really beautiful. She's got some little gems on there to make it look like water droplets. Beautiful. So we saw that one. This one is from Diane. Again, gorgeous coloring, beautiful use of this stamp. She didn't color the second one in the layer, but she colored the back one and the front one. Love that. And it's been a while. This would be a beautiful card to send to a friend you haven't seen in a while. I just love that. So that was Diane. This is from Marha. So much fun. Different colors. Use the paper quite a bit from the collection. There's that background stamp. Really fun. This is, I'm sure, from Anita. Yes, I can tell. She's used some more fallish colors, so you can definitely do that. This would be great on a card. And then I wanted to show you this little booklet from Teresa, where she's used a lot of the layered tag set and the papers, of course, in the collection. But she's used the tabs and the tags for different things other than just your standard tag. So that's the closure for the little book she's got in the front and the back, and then she tied some string. But she made this cute little booklet. There's a little T in there. So that was sweet. And then just to kind of show you a little bit more with those layered tags. These are both from Dee, really cool masculine cards that you could even add more to if you wanted to. But she's done a really cool technique where she used heavyweight cardstock, Gilder's paste, wax with her finger, and then she used a small blending brush with archival inks in the crevices, much like Els did in her live that one time when she was showing us that technique. So those are really cool with the tags. Again, with the stamping, if you stamp and color in that big image, it's even more fun if you die cut it out. Something about taking something big and then die cutting it smaller, cutting it away, makes some really cool looking little things here. So that's what I've done with this and all these different layered tags. Here's some more. I believe these are all from Rihanna. So very much Rihanna style. Love it. Mixed media, kind of grungy. She had a lot of fun. And I'm just going to keep these in a bin and use these on all kinds of stuff. I think these would be really fun in my grungy junk journal. She's made some clusters here. And let's see, these are from Jacqueline. So the gold and the black and the ivory, really pretty. This one I love. This is from Marha, sort of like a specimen slide. So she sandwiched our little ladybug in there and did it again the other way, colored both sides. Love that. She's got it on a little chain. This one is Anita, I can tell, and this one is as well. Look how sweet these are. Aren't they fun? It's so fun to make little tags. It's kind of like making ATCs. And I think this is from Anita as well. Yes. So she loves to make these teeny tiny little easel pieces, which I think is so sweet. Really, really cute. All right, let's see what I have not shown you. I have one more thing, and then I have a couple of pictures from folks who couldn't mail me some samples. Now, this is from Rihanna, and it is loaded, so it just has everything in here for the entire collection. And then she's added some images, but the photo frames, the stamping, the background stamping, she's made this really cool, grungy kind of accordion album, just loaded with stuff. Things are in the pockets that you can pull out. Really cool. Lots and lots of layers. She's got the drink here. She's got another tag in here with more drink stuff. I love the samplers that kind of show off the whole collection. She's got the cute little bunny image here. She's got this cluster in the pocket. She's got the bunny with the Easter eggs, and then the whole thing flips around. And we saw this already. But she's got the hummingbird, she's got the fruit, she's got the bugs in these pockets, and she has this fun cluster here. So she's really, really showcased the collection, and she even made some little shrink charms from some of those bugs. This is like a frosty, like a rose gold. I think I have some of that actually from Sizzix to make those charms. So nice. Okay, so it's time to do the demo, but I don't want to forget. We're going to take a look at some samples from Kim Gowdy. And Kim sent me stuff, but unfortunately it did not get here in time. Something happened and there was a huge delay. But you can see this is a beautiful card that she made with the cocktail and the tags and some splatter in the background and, of course, the pretty colorful collective paper. And I don't know what kind of drink that is, but I want it. It's really yummy looking. This is also from Kim, a planner page. Kim is a big planner maker. Love what she's done here. Looks like she's got some vellum in those open places so you can see the elements through to the other side. Really nice. This is also from Kim, cute little Easter card with the bunny, and she used the picture frame to cut away the area where she has Happy Easter. And of course, she's got some pretty flowers on there. And another planner page by Kim. I think this is so beautiful because she's used that hummingbird, but she's also used the flower, and it looks to me, without having the sample here, it looks to me like she's actually cut that flower out of her background on her card, and we're seeing through it to that orangey background. Very clever. And then one more from Kim. This is just a sweet little card. Take time to enjoy the small stuff, which is clever because ants are very small. Love that. And then Yvonne is in Germany, and she sent me some pictures of samples because she wasn't able to send them. So this is a beautiful card, wishing you the very best. And sending a little sunshine your way. She's used the moth and the picture frame beautifully there. I love her color choices because I'm a big fan of teal and green. Here is another card with celebrate and those leaves. A little bit of splatter of black. Looks great. And then a cute little clean and simple happy Easter card with the basket with white and brown and tan. Very different. And then a beautiful hummingbird card. I love the soft color choices that she's made here. Really pretty. And then one more from Yvonne, and this is, I think this is sort of like her scrapbook. It's really nice because it looks like there's many pages to this book, and she is actually decorating on the white pages. So she's used a lot of the fruit and the drinks and the bugs, the stamps all around, but it's still clean, simple, and organized and beautiful. All right, so let's go back to making a little sample. And I have it all kind of laid out how it's going to look. But I will show you how we start off here and what's involved. I've got a big card base, and I did do the inside already with the paper. So just something simple, so we have some place to write our message, and just layered up some paper to make it pretty on the inside. I like to do that. And this is a nice kind of middle blue color. So I've got my oranges cut out in my layers. I've got some leaves kind of already colored. I've got my flowers die cut. Now this is all die cut from the pattern paper. So there's the other side. I pointed out how neutral some of these are, but they're great to use with your die cuts or doing your messages. So this one is cut from the paper as well, which is one of those green papers, but this is that same very neutral paper. I went ahead and stamped one of the tags already just to kind of save some time, used some blue ink, and I used the blue small reinforcement on this little tag. All these tags have little stitches, by the way. I don't think I pointed that out. And then I've got my little cut apart here, and I cut out a picture frame to go with that. And then we've got our two base papers to layer up on the card with a little border strip. So let's get to it. First, we're going to get this on the card, make sure it's the right way. And we'll just put the yellow down first. All these colors are so cheerful and so fun. And I don't know if you noticed my shirt, but you know, it was a cold day here today. But I knew that I was going to be showing this release today, so I had to put on my colorful springy shirt to go with everything. I like to do that sometimes when I teach classes too. I like to wear an outfit that sort of matches the theme. Okay, so we're going to put this little border down here. This is right from that border strip paper, and there's actually two different borders that I have. I just made sure I cut them together. So I think we'll give it a little bit of space, like so. Okay, and so let's color some fruit. Actually, we'll get this down first. So that's a picture frame, and I know that this is going to go in here. So we can go ahead and get this down with some glue first. And everything else will layer on top of this. So I did use the same die of this picture frame to cut the perfect size of this to go inside of it. So this will go here. And then this can pop inside. Okay. And this little tropical flower down here just kind of works really well with our whole fruit situation, I think. Okay, so I did start to color this one. Again, just the pattern paper. And I used a little orange ink, spiced marmalade, to darken the outside edge. And then I hit it with just a little bit of vintage photo. So I want to do that again to this little guy. I'll just grab a little sheet here, nonstick craft sheet, get our orange. You can do this picking it up, but I just kind of swirled it in a little bit, just on the outside edges. We've all seen and done this before, right? So there's that, and then I would just hit that outside edge. Like I said, a little bit of vintage photo. I didn't even dip this in the ink. It's so light, just subtle. So we've got those two that we're going to now attach our little divider pieces here. This one I have inked already with that same vintage photo around the edges. And both this shape and the background orange shape, they're very irregular. So there's no like trying to line it up properly. It's supposed to be kind of uneven and irregular like fruit would be. So there's that one. And we'll do the same with this. Get a little bit of brown on here. Okay. Little glue. Okay. Same. Okay. And I'm going to take a heavy block and just stick them on both of those over here just so that glue grabs and sets nicely. Okay, we can put away the orange. We can grab the yellow and do some lemons now. So again, this is that kind of off-white. So you could go in here with a fingertip dauber and really go at it. You could use oxides with a brush and make this much more yellow. There are little kind of divots in this die to mimic how the texture of a lemon or a lime. So you may not have seen that little detail, but they are in there, see? So that's all I would do to make that look a little more roundy. Of course, I want to hit everything with a little bit of that vintage photo. So that's ready to go. We can do a little more on our lime just the same way. So that yellow I used was fossilized amber. Now I'm going to use mowed lawn to add a little more color. This green is from the paper, so it's perfect. But if you want to give it that shading and that dimension, that's when you'll want to come in with a little more of the color and hard on the outside edge. So that's a pretty good looking lime, I think. A little brown on that too. And the only other thing is I want to add green while I have it to these leaves here. Same kind of way. There's all kinds of score lines in here to show the veins of the leaves. Just like this one, you can see that there's little veins in there. And so I've colored both of those kind of similarly. And I think we're set to go and start to build the cards. So what we have, like I think I pointed out earlier, is we have these little bud pieces. And these are cut from that same off-white paper with the blue map on the other side. And I've kind of rubbed a little bit of that fossilized amber just to make them a little more yellow. And then those three pieces over there are for the flowers. So what we're going to do here is get a little glue, and we can put it on the back actually of the stems. So see these little places here? Those are for our little buds to go. So I would go little glue here, and then just grab one of those guys. And it doesn't matter which one goes where. That's the great part about it. and then you have your little bud on your stem. So I'll go ahead and finish those and I'll be back. Okay, so I have that done. Got those all on there. And I went ahead and put the centers in the flowers as well, just to save some time. And just so you know, this die does have little markings where those center pieces go. That helps you line everything right up. Makes that super easy. So now all we have to do is start getting some things on here. So I'm going to start with this one, I think. And I'm going to put just a little bit of glue because I might bring one of those leaves up to the front. We'll see. So this one is going to come down off of the page like so. Okay, and then we're going to get one of our oranges, the big one. I think we're going to put that right there. Yeah. So we'll get that on next. Okay, like so. This one, I think I'm going to pop it up, so I put some foam tape on the back. So let's get this one down first. So we want to get this little leaf thingy coming down this way. Just quick, because I know the video is running long now. But I do hope you have enjoyed this collection and you're excited about it. I know I can't wait to make more stuff with it. So this one will come from over here like so. We're going to get our flowers on there, but I also want to get my lemon and my lime before I put on my other orange. So let's do those. We'll put the lemon up there. I don't want to cover up the little flowers, but I might have to cover up those little buds. Bring this down here a little bit. Yeah, covered them right up, didn't I? Oh well. And we will pop this up right on here. That's cute. And then we have our flowers. So I think we'll put this big one. You could put these anywhere. There's no rhyme or reason, but I'm going to put it right there. And I'll put this one up a little higher, maybe, or out here. I have that one. Maybe I'll put it down here. And then we'll put this last one right there, like that. Okay, and then the only other thing we have left is this celebrate tag. And I put some foam tape on the back of that too. You could add some twine to this, but I think we'll just pop it up right over there. And that is it. Very fun, big, beautiful birthday card, any kind of celebration card. So let's turn those cameras back around. And I thank you for being here. I thank you for sticking around. I know it went a little bit long. I hope you love the new Sunny Days release, the Colorful Collective paper collection, and all the samples. I thank my team so much. They were beautiful, and I hope you enjoy them too. So I thank you for watching. Take care.